Hi, it's Hans at ahappierman.com. Today's topic is use others to inspire and motivate you. Well, I think I have another video about talking about comparing you to you, and I mentioned about when you're looking at other people, you don't want to look at their lives and how much better you think their lives are than yours, and compare yourself negatively, and then you're going to look you're going to seem worse in comparison. Well, it kind of seems obvious that some people will have a lot more of the things that you probably want in your life. The more money, more interesting experiences, better careers, better investment advice, better looking women in their lives, all of that, right? In comparison, right? If you compare yourself to Warren Buffett, right, you're gonna look kind of poor in the comparison. So what I'm talking about is use the success of other people to inspire you, to say, and then you say, well, if that person can do that, would it be possible for me to do something of that nature and improve my life? Why? Does that person, is that the only person who can do that? And you'll probably find that, yeah, maybe they are, right? Maybe there's only one Michael Jordan and Wilt Chamberlain and Tom Brady and Bill Belichick and all those sports stars, right? Maybe there's only one LeBron James. There's that some people have that. But what I'm talking about is your more normal things, right? Instead of looking at this high superstars, you look at the people who are doing better in that particular thing that you're interested in doing better at, and say, well, they did that. Why can't I do that? Don't start so high. Say, so and so put $10,000 into the bank last year. They don't have that much of a higher paying job than me. Why can't I put $10,000 in, or $5,000, right? That will be motivating you. That will say, that they did that. Why can't I do that? And then you might, in conversation, you might ask them, well, what are a couple of the things you might have done that helped you do that? Or just observing or listening to them. You learn a lot from listening to people. That's one of my main complaints about the coronavirus situation and the lockdown is because you're restricted from much of the normal give and take socialization. You're not really learning things. Now you can be combing the internet for information, and certainly I do that. But I'm not sure that information is always going to help you. Sometimes the personal information, the people you know, that will give you. That's easier to get inspired by the people you know, either firsthand or secondhand. The people you know on the internet, well, I don't know. Are they? Maybe there's something so special about them that they can easily do this stuff that I can't, right? Oh man, it's really a beautiful day today where I'm at. Just incredibly gorgeous. Summer is here. But yeah, look at the inspiration, right? And you want to try to avoid that negative idea. Oh man, that person is doing so much better than me. There's no way I can do that. Well, again, don't worry so much about what they did and didn't do, and who they are, and what they have. Think of it like they did those things. Maybe I could do something similar and get a similar result, something close, maybe something better for me. Like I have, a lot of my friends have houses, and they have beautiful homes, and I don't. I live in an apartment. And sometimes I think, I wish I had a nice house like they did. And then I think, God, I don't even want a house. Even if somebody gave me a house, even if I won the lottery, could easily afford a house, I'm not sure that I want one. But it is inspiring to know that people have them and have beautiful homes and enjoy them. It's inspiring to me and motivating that, yeah, I can certainly make my apartment as nice as I can. I can certainly move to a nicer apartment at some point. Maybe I'll want to buy a house at some point in my life again. And because I've had houses, right? I can compare myself to myself. I've had 2 different houses plus a rental property. I know how to buy a house. It's not like rocket science or anything. And rocket science really isn't, if you want to study rocket science, that isn't that hard either. You can probably apply yourself and be good at rocket science if you want to. It's kind of a crazy saying. But yeah, the other people, yeah, if your friends are that you grew up with, that you went to, that you hang out with, if they seem like they're doing better than you, well, ask them, what, kind of probe a little bit. How'd you get to this point in your life? And you'll find that, they may have had quite a rocky road to get where they're at. They may have had a lot of dark times. They may have inherited a lot of money. They may have made a few better choices than you. They may have had a little better luck than you. All of that, right? And that's what you get from the observation and the talking to people that you might not always get by just reading your Twitter feed all day long. Right? You've got to dig a little. You got to dig a little deeper than that. That's why I'm always searching for like articles and longer videos like this to try to help clarify things and get down into it. I do love the Twitter. Don't get me wrong. I'm kind of engaged with it as an information source, but you still want to take it with an extreme grain of salt, because if you think about it, it's just people, millions of people spouting off, and that spouting off in those few doesn't lend itself to the careful and deliberate thinking that a longer video or a well put together article or book will do. So certainly, if you're trying to make a big decision in your life, I would not base that decision about reading a few Twitter feeds, right? The Twitter feeds would be good for just getting yourself to find more information, better information, and then you would use your life experience and the actual people to help you clarify that idea. So the main topic of this talk was about comparing yourself to other people. Well, you can't even, in using them for inspiration, you really can't use the brief snippets on Twitter or quick videos or headlines on the magazines and the news feeds to tell you the whole story. You've got to dig deep. You've got to look at your own life with clarity persistence and write things down. What do you like to do? What don't you like to do? Like getting back to my friends with the houses. Now it's a beautiful Saturday morning for me, and I get to just bum around doing whatever I want all day. Of course, they'll be at their house and having to work all day on their house. And yeah, at the end of the day, they'll be making a lot of progress in the house. The landscaping will be much nicer, rejuvenated. And I did all that too when I had houses. But right now that doesn't appeal to me at all. Right? I would rather just do other things than that. That is like having a house is like unmotivating to me, uninspirational. So I'm using their experience to motivate me to just enjoy what I have now more. And that's also good for using other people to inspire and motivate you, because there's going to be people who are doing things and that you'll say, that really seems like a stupid thing to do. I'm certainly not going to do that. Or I could see how that people might want to do that, but man, that doesn't appeal to me at all. Now, that might have been something that I would have enjoyed when I was 25, or that might be something I'll enjoy when I'm 85, but right now, that just seems, I don't want to do that at all, right? Use watching what other people do as inspirational, informational, not comparing information. Maybe that's kind of the biggest lesson of this talk is you're looking at other people for information and how you can better your life. Not, like I said, not envy, not jealousy, information, motivation. All right? Give that idea some thought. All for now.